I think you're 100% right that the power of the vision, the stability that His Highness's plan, particularly for providers of capital who are making investment bets that have got 7, 10, 15-year return cycles. But if I take the recipe that you have just laid out and take it into the technology industries in particular, which areas of technology investment would you say the Kingdom is particularly suited to, or where you would like to either guide or encourage investors or capital to focus on? And what advice would you give people, either innovators or capital providers, about coming to do business in Saudi Arabia?
Well, first of all, I think we have to recognize, and I think people in this room would know this, that technology itself is a major sector, and it's cross-cutting at the same time. So despite the fact that the Kingdom has some of the world's best digital infrastructure in terms of broadband speed, in terms of access, connectivity, fiber optic network within the Kingdom and between the Kingdom and the rest of the world, there is a lot of potential, especially in the advent of AI, and as the Kingdom opens up many other sectors for infrastructure investment in tech. So what we heard today from His Excellency Suwaha and his opening with AWS coming in with a big region, serving the region, not just serving Saudi Arabia with cloud computing. What we saw in the video with Microsoft, Google, Alibaba, Oracle, ServiceNow, and with their announcement are not things that were done overnight. These are things that have been underpinned by strong regulations that we have worked with the industry to do. We have been working on it during the build-out phase of the Kingdom's investment ecosystem the last few years with the private sector, with these companies, and I should say with many Saudi companies like Aramco Digital, like STC. But I think there is no end. This is going to be a virtuous circle of investing in tech infrastructure as the need and uptake on technology exponentially grows in the Kingdom. So that's one aspect. Continue to invest in tech infrastructure, from connectivity to data centers and cloud. I think the next thing is how do we build on this foundation of infrastructure, and I think all of us have been hearing over the last few months with the Gen AI developments recently that we have clearly past the tipping point of exponential growth there, and that will pull on what I said first. So there will be a need to invest more in data centers and compute centers and quantum and supercomputers to be able to do that. And then data analytics obviously is the next big thing that we need to customize all of these applications to the needs of different sectors. Think of all of the disruptions that have happened in manufacturing supply chains. And I happen to come from that region, from that sectors. And manufacturing, Saudi Arabia is going to be a significant global hub for the future of supply chain. In Davos, we launched a concept called green shoring. We want to bring global manufacturing to the Kingdom, with the energy being our abundant green energy from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, using our location, using our physical infrastructure, digital infrastructure, capital to provide the next phase of supply chains. Think of green steel, green aluminum, green titanium, aerospace manufacturing, the auto sector that is taking place here in Saudi Arabia. We're not going to do it on the back of cheap labor. We're not going to be a lower cost center than Vietnam or India or even Egypt next door to us. We're going to be the lowest cost, most efficient, most competitive manufacturing center for the world, not only for our local demand and our regional demand, on the back of automation, robotics, digital decision support systems that are going to be enabled by everything we've been talking about today. So we need to invest. And SoftBank just announced with Alat, our new PIF company, a global manufacturing center, not a local manufacturing center, in manufacturing robotics. That is just one of many ventures that this new company, Alat, is doing. And stay tuned. I am on the board of Alat, and I can tell you there are some exciting announcements to be made once we go through the appropriate steps. It was mentioned today, and a visual was shown of Al-Fanar manufacturing HPE servers in Riyadh. I was on the inauguration of Medtronic's manufacturing in Saudi Arabia ventilators for ICUs. All of this is going to happen in Saudi Arabia, and I think we haven't passed the inflection point of that manufacturing explosive growth that is going to happen in tech-associated equipment. It's going to happen enabled by the technology opportunities, fourth industrial revolution, tools and capabilities that we're bringing to the kingdom that will be available through the cloud announcements that have been made, enabled by the connectivity, the 5G connectivity, the fiber optics that gives you the latency you need, Internet of Things, and the future that we're imagining through projects like NEOM in the north of Saudi Arabia that is all about technology.